Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome in. So we are offering our revolutionary hair growth 6-month sewing system in New York. Tap in. Come find out who got you covered. We're about to bring her on live. In fact, hi everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you're getting off to a really great start. Hope your peace is intact. Happy Monday. Come on in, everybody. So I am going to be bringing one of our certified technicians on live today, who was actually our top retailer for last quarter. And so every 3-4 months, I bring our certified technicians on who are actually out here offering the 6-month sewing system, who are really just embodying the methodology on our mission to help you guys grow your hair longer than it's ever been before. So, so we're going to talk about that. So if you don't know who I am, we've gotten quite a bit of new followers over the last, 3 months. And so I am Abra McField. I'm the CEO of Abracadabra Hair and Healing here. I'm the creator of this crazy 6-month sewing that everybody for quite some time was like, what? Like, what are you doing? That does not work. Okay? What is that? That's not healthy. That's not healthy for the scalp. I mean, we have gotten newspaper or articles written about this saying this don't work, and I mean, we were shut down for quite some time. We're over that stage. I always say, the Wright brothers created, something that people laughed at for a very long time. They wanted to teleport people, human beings, from one location to the next location. And people laughed like, Dumbos, y'all crazy. But yet everybody today is on an airplane. So I really do foresee this as being a worldwide hair growth solution. I mean, it can't be stopped now. I'm teaching it. And there's a lot of hair professionals that are in our program who is already certified, who is already ordering this. I already seen a couple of them come through. Hair by Kim out of South Carolina, the Classy B Hair Collection out of Canada. A lot of you guys always asking about Canada. There's your girl. If you are in our course, let me know. I still have, we've recently brought on a few new members, and so I don't know you guys' Instagram names, but while you're on this live, always say, hey, I'm in the course, I'm a member, I'm mastering the 6-month sewing. Let me know who you are, where you are, and of course, I will let our followers and audience know as well, okay? All right, so, oh yeah, Drina at Salon Catrice out in Fairview Heights, Illinois. That's my girl. She's also certified. Yes, my 6-month sewing comes out next month. I can't wait to see the results. I don't know why this never gets old. This literally never gets old. Like, we have thousands. I have personally created at least 1,000 hair growth testimonies of my own. And never gets old. Like, every single person that comes in at the 6 months or 7 months, and we remove that system out of their head, and we see those results, it's like fireworks. Like, it's never been done before. It's like the very first time I did it. So I always get excited when you guys, from all over the world, it's like, hey, I got mine, and you're about to take it out, you're about to see your results. That is very, very exciting. So definitely send us your before and after pictures. Usually our certified technicians, my students will post them. We do have a community. They'll post them in a group. But at this point, a lot of our certified technicians are producing a lot of hair growth testimonies, like a lot of success stories. And sometimes you just can't keep up with everything. So welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So hair by... We're going to be speaking with Anda, who is out of the Bronx, New York. So I don't see her here. So let's talk about, I don't think I do. So if you're here, Anda, just press the request. So let's talk about the 6-month sewing. What is it? How did it even come about? I'm just going to kill some time here. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I didn't mysteriously like wake up and like, I'm going to create a 6-month sew-in that's going to grow everybody's hair longer than it's ever been before all over the world. I'm going to be honest, that wasn't what I was thinking. All right. This kind of like accidentally, literally like accidentally led into my lap. That's when you know it's God given, right? Like I ain't even asked for it. Okay. I will say I was a hair professional that's very serious about the health of her clients' hair. I'm also really big on reducing stress, and I know that hair is the bulk of our stress, right? And so obviously we want to find protective styles that allow us to look great every day with minimum work or even no work, right? So I didn't know anything about sew-ins. Lord, the first few people I did sew-ins on, God bless they soul, honey, because them mugs look like mops. This was back in 2008, 2007, 2008. But I was really determined to learn it because it was my weakness. And so once I started to really master the skill of it, you could just press request hair by Belle Sweets _ Renee, who we're going to be speaking to out of New York today. Once I started mastering that, I started to help women transition from relaxed hair to natural hair. So that was the goal originally, right? So you got all this relaxed hair on. You're doing the sew-ins every 3 months because I wasn't doing them for 6 months at the time. You're doing them for every 3 months. You're taking them out. You're steaming. You're conditioning. You're cutting off the relaxer. But what happens when the relaxer hair is all gone? You realize, oh my God, like your ends look exactly the same as they did when I put the sew-in in. So your ends aren't splitting during this process. And so we did it again, and it was like, whoa, like we don't even have to cut much hair off. I mean, just dust the ends. And then that's when I was realizing, okay, this is growing your hair out tremendously. So what if you can keep it in longer? And I can remember literally being up to 5 o'clock in the morning, trying to figure out a way I can make this sew-in look really brand new at 3 months, 4 months with minimum work, and you get to keep it for another 3 to 4 months because obviously it was proven that by your hair lining up against your scalp and the natural oils, it's like really serving your hair's best interest. And so if it can stay there longer, what will happen, right? I started to think about that. And then somebody accidentally came in somebody came in at 7 months and I hadn't touched it. So that's, and her hair grew a lot. So I think that's what made me say, okay, how can I find a way to make it look brand new at 3 to 4 months without taking it down? Because she came in at 7 months and it was a lot of growth. It was still intact, but it was a lot of growth. And she was able to get away with it, but everybody was not going to be able to get away with that. So we got to make this look good after 3 or 4 months, right? That's how that came about. I'll hop on here another time, or we may kind of organically lead into that conversation. But I'm about to bring Anda on from New York now. Let me bring her on now, you guys. A lot of you guys are always like, okay, who's in New York? Who's in New York? We get a lot of you all like, page. Hey, cuz. Vine 1212. So we do have a Find Your Technician page, and this is new for us. There's no booklet to tell us how to do this. All right, so we're trying to do it the best way we can.
Hey. Hello.
Well, Ms. D, can you tell me my did you see my earpiece right there? Hold on one second. Anda?
Yes,
Okay,
hi.
so that was me. Yeah, I didn't even realize my Bluetooth was on. Okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
How's New York weather?
Cold.
Oh. Okay,
Yes,
well,
cold.
welcome
No snow
in.
though.
Welcome in. So we're gonna talk So everybody meet Anda here. She is out of the Bronx, New York. She's certified. She's been certified for since October of 2022, right? No, no. Am I right about that? No.
2022, yes. February, March,
What was your
March.
class?
I think it was August. I think February 2022 was my class.
Okay, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
so 6 months.
So you've been
Yeah, after that.
certified for over a year for sure.
Yeah, yeah. A year and a half, I think.
Okay.
Somewhere around
All
there.
right.
Almost a
So
year and a half. Mm-hmm.
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it because now you're pretty much a pro at this point. You got a ton of testimonies. You're doing a ton of these on a day to day.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
what made you? Also, let me let you guys know that we're talking to Anna right now because she is our top retailer for the last quarter of 2022. Okay, so that means that she's doing the system, she's doing her consultation, she's educating her women, her customers about hair growth, the things that they need in order to successfully get through this process. And so she was our top for this quarter. So, so you out there beasting now. So what made
Yeah.
you? What made you when in a world where there's so many hairstylists that, especially year and a half ago, so much has changed now. But a year and a half ago, so many hair professionals are looking at this like 6 months on. That's not healthy.
Yes.
Like you can't do that. You know, what in the world made you say, I'm gonna hop on that and I'm gonna learn that? Please let us know.
Yeah, because all the results that I was seeing on your page, um yes, a 6 months sewing was unheard of, but you're actually seeing women getting results, their hair looking healthier,
Hmm
and I wanted
hmm
to do
hmm
something to set me apart. So why not, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. You know, I like to
Uh-huh.
say that anyone who's like invested in the course so far, like it really was divine because it's not set up for everybody. So
Right.
there's something wired in the brains of you all that are in this program because it's so different. And in order to have any type of scientific breakthrough, you have to abandon your own way of thinking. So you probably thought 6 months on, like that's crazy, but what I'm seeing is making sense, right?
Yeah.
So tell everybody like how
Mhm.
long you been up. So I know they hear your accent. So let them know where you from, born, and where you've been raised. How long you been a hair professional, and the name of
Okay.
your business.
Okay, so yes, originally from Trinidad and Tobago. I have been doing here like over 25 years. I came here 10 years ago. Um, when I came here, I started doing here. That's all I know.
Hmm
Yes, I'm situated in the Bronx, New York. Um, and I go by the name hereby under Renee, New York City, LLC.
Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Uh-huh.
Congratulations with that too, because it's very hard being a hairstylist. It's you have so many ups and downs. Um, things change. There's so much competition. So I like the fact that you said like you ended up here because you kind of wanted to set yourself apart, which is
Yeah.
one of the things that I kind of always talk about in this process. So let us know what was your biggest challenge, like learning this system and mastering this system. So let's be clear, she has a ton of hair growth testimonies of her own at this point, right? But what was your challenge, throughout
Mhm.
this process? And do you feel like you kind of mastered those now? And how does it feel? Three-part question. How does it feel like seeing your customers like have these hair growth testimonies?
Right, yeah. So the most challenging part for me, I would say, was the closure. Because
Hmm
usually when you do a closure, you use adhesives. So it's easier to lay the closure with the adhesive. So we had to learn to make the closure stay without using adhesive. So that was a little challenging.
That's a
But
good one. That's a
yeah,
good
so I
one.
got it down pat.
Hmm
I actually love doing it. I love doing the closures um, because it just um, it looks seamless, although you're not using adhesives or tape or whatever, it still looks seamless once you get it done pat. Yes, and it's a good feeling when you see all the women achieving all their hair growth and seeing the big transformation with their hair before the sewing and after the sewing. Yeah, it is a good feeling. Yeah.
What's the, I don't know if you could pinpoint it because it's probably, you probably have quite a bit now. But
Mm-hmm.
what's been your most transformational story with your customers? You know, like,
Mm-hmm.
we've had somebody in, like, I personally have had somebody like in real tears, in real life tears, and nobody can really understand where her tears were coming from. And
Yeah.
she said, Listen, my hair has never, ever, no matter what I spend so much money on my hair has never, ever grown past this length, ever,
Yeah.
ever since she was
Yeah.
like even a child. And so to feel like, one, not good enough, to feel like you can't accomplish something. You see all these other people and you wonder, like, how are they doing it? And then finally, you kind of go through the experience. It was overwhelming for her emotionally. So that's why she had like so many tears. So,
Yeah.
what's your most transformational story that you heard from, one of your clients
Yeah.
that you can think of?
Yeah. That same story, actually, her name is Monica.
Hmm.
When I took her sewing down, she was in like real tears.
Oh,
She said that yeah, her sister's hair is very long; it would pass their shoulders, and her hair would never pass her shoulders.
mm,
And she cried. She cried when she saw her hair. Yeah, I
wow.
recently did her sewing last week. I believe I did her second round. Yeah.
Wow. That
Uh-huh.
is, I
Uh-huh.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. I've shared quite, there's so much, like you guys are really killing it on the touch. So many testimonies combined from
Yeah.
all of you guys that we
Mm-hmm.
are, that it's like so much to share. Goodness.
It is.
But
It
I've
is.
seen quite a bit of a couple of your testimonies where, your customers like, wow, like my hair has never been this long. You know what I mean? So for us to be able to really help, Black women achieve something that like they didn't believe they can achieve, it's like you feel kind of like Superwoman, right?
Yeah. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Like you actually doing something to help.
Yeah,
Yeah. It is a
exactly.
good feeling.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, so you got one of your customers on here. She in her second round, the Jamaican Traveler.
Yeah.
Not sure if you know who
Yeah.
that is by name.
Yeah. I know.
What what would you say to anyone on here that um is maybe thinking about it, maybe resistant, nervous? Have you ever had anybody come in that was like nervous? They were like, I see all the testimonies, but what if it doesn't help me? You know what I mean? What would
Right.
you say
Mm-hmm.
to anyone like that about the system based on your experience?
Yeah. I mean, I would say give it a try. There's nothing to lose, only something to gain.
Hmm.
Um, some people don't see a lot of growth in the first sewing. Some people will see like thickness, right? But the second rung, you will start getting the length. So I mean, there's nothing to lose. So
Hmm.
just go for it. Go for it.
That's a
Yeah.
really good point. I'm glad you brought that up. So,
Mhm.
for those who don't know how this works, a lot of times we would recommend that you do it twice. So a lot of people ask,
Yeah.
"Oh, can you go back in like once you're out?" The answer is we recommend going back in. The reason why is because just depending on, I mean, it depends on really a lot of factors, but depending on where you're starting from, like some of us come in with like damaged hair, like
Yeah.
really damaged hair,
Yeah.
and so once you take the sewing system out, you'll notice you got 3 to 4 inches of really thick, healthy, new growth hair, right? But the hair that you had before doesn't look like much because nothing's going to change with that hair. You're going to have that exact same hair throughout the system. It's like going from relaxed hair to natural hair. There's really nothing you can do to make that relaxed hair look like the natural hair, right? So your hair is going to, so a lot of times you need it twice, especially when you're in that situation, so
Yeah.
that the first time you can get 3 inches, 4 inches, even 5 inches, and then the second time you get 3, 4, 5, and in that way you can, if you make the decision, you can cut all that damaged hair off. You know what I mean? So it's really different for a lot of people. For most people, I would say you notice on the first go round,
Yeah.
and that's
You
why we do
do.
the pictures. That's why it's so important that we do the pictures, because the eye is really deceiving, and sometimes you can't remember what your hair looked like before. Sometimes, in order to see the length, we blow dry it, but sometimes you didn't even wear your hair blow dried or straightened before you go into the system, so you don't even know where you were at. So it's like you
Yeah.
have to take those pictures to see where you were and where you are now, and get a
Mhm.
better feel of kind of like where you're going. So
Yeah.
let's see. Renee was good, and the more she does the 6 months, she gets even better. I love that. How many clients do you think you've seen since you've been in this system?
Um,
Just curious.
it could be more than 50. Yeah, I haven't been keeping count anymore, but yeah,
Right, yeah,
more
yeah,
than
yeah.
50. Right. Yeah.
50,
Mm-hmm.
50. Where do you see where do you see your future with this? Like, it's only
Uh-huh.
been a year. It's only been a year, year and a half,
Right.
and you've done 50 plus, you know, customers,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
are your books getting busy? What's your schedule looking like?
Yes, yes. So actually I get booked up like 2, 3 weeks in advance. My Saturdays go really quickly, so a
Mm-hmm.
lot of clients are coming along trying to jump on the hair growth, healthy hair
Mm-hmm.
bandwagon. Because a lot of people be skeptical, but they are seeing the results, so they coming in, and yeah, I have
Mm-hmm.
been, yeah, getting really busy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful. I'm really thankful for that. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I'm thankful for you. I tell you guys all the time that I'm really thankful for you guys, because um again, hairstyle is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, always back to when I first started this, did not believe in this. In fact, like, I was
Yeah.
casted out, like literally cast out, like rejected. You don't know what you're talking about. That don't work. That's unhealthy. You're making us feel uncomfortable even talking about it, kind of thing. You know what I mean? So there was definitely a shift, and I'm glad that you were a part of that shift. And you're one of the leaders too. You helped with educating down in Houston. How was that for
Yes, yes.
that
That was
class?
great. Yeah, yeah, that was great actually helping the other stylists.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Were you
Yeah,
able
that was a nice experience.
were you able to like kind of remember like what you struggle with, and was able to like connect with them in that way? Because I know for
Yes,
me, I've been doing it for so long, so it's really hard. It's more hard for me to see or even imagine what you could be struggling with, because I've been doing this with my eyes closed for so long. But you just kind of left from that arena, so it's like, okay, yeah, I remember when this was a struggle. This is how I did do this. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. So tying the knots was one of my challenges too. Yeah, yeah, tying the
Very.
knots. But when I went to the master class, I got it. And some of the ladies that I helped out in Houston, that was their challenge too. So it was
Uh-huh,
nice
uh-huh.
helping
Yeah,
them. Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
get it. Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
before learning this system,
Mm-hmm.
what was your schedule like before? What was your schedule like before? I'm
Yeah.
just curious.
Right. I mean, I was busy. I wouldn't say I wasn't busy. But not as much as this.
Okay.
Definitely not as much as, yeah, as this.
Do you ever feel any pressure, or have you felt pressure that made that pressure phase may be over with? Did you ever feel
Mhm.
pressure at some point, like maybe someone like in the beginning, because you couldn't really see, like you knew it? It's because it's one thing to kind of like, it's one thing to kind of know something, to see something, but to experience it may be a little different. So
Right.
did you feel any pressure, especially because we're building this big brand here? You got a lot of people that's like, I see this over here, I want you to do this, you know?
Right.
Um,
Uh,
it's like, what was that like? Any pressure
Say
at all?
again.
Like, did
With
you ever
doing
have
this
any?
when you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Do you ever have any pressure? Like,
Uh-huh.
maybe in the beginning, or maybe even still now. You probably over it now. You in a really good place now. But in the beginning, like, did you have pressure? Like, feeling like because you couldn't really see everything. Like before you had your first testimony. Were you nervous? Did you feel like a lot of pressure? Like, oh, am I gonna be able to do this how she says it can be done. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. 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 Of course, it did. I would say when you keep doing it, you get better and better. You get
Mm,
faster. But
mm.
yes, there is a pressure um to do it like you to do it like Abra.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah.
I be wondering that. She helped me. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate you so much. That's for Drina from the Houston class, fifth cohort.
Oh.
She was like, you helped her so
Yeah.
much. So thank you
Uh,
for that. So we got a question. Do you tell your old clients about the system to encourage them to do it as well? That's a good question.
um.
So the clients that you had before,
Mm-hmm.
were you able to convert any of those clients that you had before?
I have been able to convert a few. Yes, not many. I don't know why, but
Okay, okay,
a few.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Maybe one thing to, like when people from our brand come to you, it's like they've been watching it for so long, and we do a
Yeah,
really. I
yeah.
like to think that we do a really good job at like educating our
Mhm.
followers about it, so they know it, they understand, and they have digested it. How many people have said to you? I'm just curious because they used to say it to us all the time. How many customers have come in and said, "I've been watching this for a year or two,
Yeah,
or I've been
yeah,
watching this for 8 months"? It's like
yeah.
mostly every
A
customer
lot.
is going to say, I've been watching this for a long time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Before actually
yeah.
doing it.
Before they
Because,
actually did it.
because it's just so new. It's so
Mm-hmm.
new for a lot of people. There's still millions and millions and millions and millions on millions and millions of women that still
I
does
don't know
not,
about it.
that don't
Yeah,
know about this, that don't understand it. And so when you first come across it, your brain naturally rejects it because you've never heard of it before, you've never seen it before. And so I think that's why, we get a lot of engagement because it's like once like if we can actually penetrate the mind of somebody who is discovering it for the first time and they're open, they're gonna go to the page and they're gonna start looking. And they will get addicted. We've
yeah,
had so many people say, I'm just so addicted to your page because I've never seen this before, and my mind keeps telling me no, but this
yeah.
page keeps telling me yes. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that makes a
Yeah,
ton. That was a really good question
yeah.
from Fabian.
Mm-hmm.
Fabian Regis. Somebody said I gave her pressure because I was sure. I sure you guys get lots of pressure from the clients alone. Yes. Um, Everybody's different. Like, some clients come in like I'm ready to go. Like they believe in it so much, and I
So much.
love.
Yeah,
Like we got
yeah.
somebody, Maureen. You do Maureen, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
I did her.
Maureen's in
Yeah.
New York. Oh my God, Maureen discovered this for the first time. Was like, you are a follicle scientist. This is
Yes.
so great. Sign me up. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
so some people are like that, and then some people are like, man, what if this don't work for me? Oh my goodness. And with those type of customers, I usually try to explain like, um, don't bring fear into this process.
Yeah.
You don't
Yes.
deserve it. I don't deserve it because you scared. You making me scared, and I ain't never had a
Yeah.
problem with this process.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I may have a problem just because you are attracting that fear into your web. You know what I mean? And then
Mm-hmm.
I'm just naturally getting
Mm-hmm.
pulled into. I've had to tell two clients in my history,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna be able to do your hair because I don't want to get caught in your fear web. Like I truly
Wow.
believe that you can attract
Yeah.
things because your
That's
life
right.
go where your mind flows, you know what I mean, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. So I've had to tell
Mm-hmm.
a couple of clients, I remember pulling them outside like it was yesterday, like, I would love to service you. I would love to do your hair. I would love for you to experience this. But the feeling I get, you sound very, very scared. And it may not even just be that you're scared of this process. It may be that you just have something going on in your life. Either way,
Right.
I don't want to get caught in that web. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I
Yeah.
usually try to tell clients,
Mm-hmm.
look, if there's a way to help you grow your hair or get your hair to come back, if you maybe lost it, this is going to be it. This is going
Yeah.
to be the
Yeah.
way,
Yeah. Gonna
naturally,
help.
organically.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, talk to us a little bit about like, have you ever had anybody with hair loss, and did they get any results? Like, were they like slick bald, and or they didn't have any edges, and it grew in a little bit more? Tell us about that, because
Right.
you're gonna get a lot of clients, even as a hair professional learning this system. That's the point of this course being like a hair growth solution. This course is the sewing is actually not the only solution. We got the products too to kind of match with it. So
Yeah.
tell us about any type of experience where you had where they were missing, edges or missing hair at the top, and some hair,
Right.
anything came in. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. So I had clients with like breakage, not balding per se. There's one client that I did recently.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, she had some balding. So I'm seeing little hairs coming into the front.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see her reveal, and she has like 4.5 months to go. But I've had clients with breakage and thinning hair that I
Mhm.
saw results.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
with.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
in our course, like we try to teach our hair pros that are in the course about common hair loss issues, because most hairstylists don't know. I mean, most hairstylists don't have a clue when it comes to hair loss. They gonna patch it up. They don't know what to do. They don't have the information. They don't have the
Yeah,
knowledge. They don't have the science background. And so for you guys to kind of have that, you're not so thrown off guard. You're not so fearful. You're not so hopeless. Hairstylists can
that's
be
right.
hopeless. They're like, look, I'm about to put something on this. I don't know what to do with this, but we're gonna cover this up
Cover
while
it
we're
up, and yeah,
covering it up, while we're
yeah,
actually trying to get you some type of results.
solution.
So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
solution, that's the word right there, solution. So,
Mm-hmm.
Hair by Kim
Yeah.
V was like, she said, I was a nervous wreck. Yes, yes, yes. That's all you got. And I tell all my students, like, you're going to be nervous. You're going to be nervous because you got pressure here. Like, every situation is different, right? In the course, you learn on, you may see two or three models in the court, like on the actual platform, digital course. You may do one model for the master class. That's four different types of people, but none of them edges were missing, or none of them hair was missing at the top,
Right.
or none of them had hair
Yeah.
down to their butt, or none of them had thin hair. You know what I mean? So there's so many different types of situations. And
Yeah.
we were actually just talking about this in the Facebook group with one of our newer members. And she was just saying how, oh my God, she went through all of this stuff and it was a lot overwhelming. It's like you're gonna have those days
No.
where you gotta figure it out. You just gotta figure it out
Yep.
because we're not standing over you. So you gotta trust the concepts and the methods that you learn, the the information and the science that you learn about like hair loss and basic stuff that a lot of people don't know. And you gotta use that creativity of yours in your mind and figure something out. Have you ever had to like figure something out, Rhonda?
Yeah, recently, most recently, yeah, I had to figure something out with a client, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we got through it and she loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we did a manual closure on her.
Oh, good. Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Sometimes, and I would like for you guys to be. I challenge you guys in a sense that you know some people will come to you and it will seem impossible, but I don't believe anything is impossible.
It's
I
impossible.
literally don't believe anything is impossible. That's how I got here. I forced myself to figure things out, and so I'm always gonna push you guys to be, I can remember a couple of members like posting like, is this possible? Or you maybe even post one time before, I don't know, but it's like Yeah, it's possible. I'm rarely gonna say no. Don't
Right.
ask me if you want somebody to say no. I'm not the one because I'm
Good.
gonna be sitting here thinking like, okay, how could that? We could do
Trying
this.
to
We could try
figure it
this. You know what I
out.
mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the beauty of just kind of being in proximity of this. Like we're gonna find a way. You know, we're not
Yeah.
gonna give up. Well, everybody has already given up on you. You may have even given up on yourself, but we're gonna really be intentional about not giving up on this process
Yes. Yes.
because really, if we can get you in it, for I mean, I have literally had somebody come with almost no hair, literally, but I was able to get that foundation on her head. It didn't do like other women who have all their hair,
Mm-hmm.
so she
Yeah.
needed a little bit
Yeah.
more maintenance. But once we got to that 3 month mark, guess what? She had it was like
She has
normal.
it. Yeah.
So we just got
Mm-hmm.
to get you to that midway service. And do you want to talk a little bit about like the midway service, like what that's like? What do your clients say when they come in? They've had this sewing in for 3 months. By the way, you guys, this is a sewing. This is our Burmese hair. I've had it in like some braids, so this is not the natural curls. I had it in like some little braids or whatever. Um, but when they come in, they got 3 or 4 months sewing, and then they get revived. Like it looks brand new. You didn't even like take it out. You know,
Yeah.
what are they saying? Especially like the first
Yeah.
time customers. Like, what are they like?
Right.
This crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are blown away. They are blown away. Like, yeah, when I remove the first few tracks and I
Uh
show
huh.
them the
Mhm.
new growth that they have gained, they are really surprised that they have all that growth.
Yeah.
And the net keeps it like under control, so they don't know how much growth they really have. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
So
That
they're blown
part.
away. Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
shocked by that? Like, you're probably not shocked now because you're a
Uh-huh.
veteran now. You've done over 50
Right.
brands
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But you guys listen to me right now who is following. You can literally have this sewing in for 6, 7, 8 months, and it's gonna look like this, but you got about 5 inches
Mm-hmm.
of hair growth underneath that. But it looks like this.
Yeah,
It looks just
yeah.
like this, you know. And so a lot of people, not a lot, but some people ask that about that net. Like, do you have to wear
Mhm.
a net, or what's the purpose of the net? There's a lot of purpose for that net. Do you want to share a couple purposes for the net, Anda?
Okay, so the net is gonna keep some pressure off of a braid when we stitching, right? It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep some moisture in. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
keep your new growth under control. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
compact, and
Yes.
it's just overall healthier to sew on the net and not directly on your braids in here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just just kind of reiterate, it when we use a net, you got to think when you don't use a net, all of the thread is going on the braid. When you use a net, you're creating a foundation in between your braids where you can actually sew, and that takes pressure off of your hair. So a lot of you guys
Yeah,
were sewing in and your hair come out, and you wondering why. And part of the reason why is more than likely because you don't have a net. It's too much tension on your hair. And don't let it be cotton thread. Cotton thread absorbs all of your moisture. Okay, so it can rip out strands very easily. Okay, another reason is to protect your hair. Like if you don't have anything protecting your hair, like you can brush and comb your hair, and you can snag and grab hair because braids get really old. They don't stay looking fresh and together. Just think about when you wear braids, it can get really frizzy. So all that hair can get caught on combs and brushes, and it can pop and break like that. You produce your own oil, so your oil is like the best product for your hair, like
yeah.
literally. You can go. Have you ever experienced any customer who had really really dry hair going in? I'm talking about super duper dry. It just looked dry, looked thirsty, and it came out and it was so silky and
So
shiny and soft.
yeah, moist. Yeah, from taking the supplements and then the shampoo. Um, to me, I have noticed a lot of clients, their hair gets like more manageable, softer. Like if
Yes.
they have coarse
Yes.
hair, it's soft
Exactly.
on the hair. It's a lot more manageable.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that all plays a role. Like Amma said, like the supplements. So the supplements have a lot of omega fatty acids in them. So it helps your body produce more oil or sebum, right? And normally when our hair is exposed, we're not getting that access to that natural oil. Only like the base of your hair, maybe the first 2-3 inches of your hair, but midway down, that's why the ends are the first to go, the first to dry, the first to get broke, to break, because it doesn't have access to that natural oil. So the way we do our sewing, your hair is lined up against your scalp everywhere, and that net is trapping it in. It's not. A lot of people say, "Oh, your scalp can't breathe." I always joke around when I say this. Your scalp doesn't have a mouth, okay? But I get what you're saying when you say it can't breathe. The follicles, you don't want your follicles to be clogged. But see, there's nothing clogging the follicles, and it's processed, and the net is ventilated. So your scalp can technically breathe here, but it's also trapping in the moisture. So this hair isn't soaking up your natural oils. Your hair is soaking up your natural oils, if that makes sense. So we got a couple of questions. Let's see. Let's see here. My lace is, let's see. What can I use to? My lace is lifting. What can I use to flatten it? I'm not. If we haven't done it, I don't know. Like the way we do our sewing, it's very snug. That lace is very, very snug, and we don't really use glue or anything like that. So there's no way I can really answer that question, Kalawa 1203. And those washes the text do are amazing. Straight underscore apart. Yes, I do
That's
hear
nice.
that a lot. I definitely hear that a lot. And that's good. And hopefully they're all using our growth support herbal shampoo, because those have antimicrobial, antifungal ingredients in them, antioxidants in them, a lot of vitamins, minerals, herbs to really help support the growth that you want. The problem is a lot of times before a lot of us go into sewing, we're using products with very harsh ingredients in that, and we wonder why it's so bad, and we wonder why we're losing hair too when we take it out. Like it can single-handedly do that, just shampoo by itself. Um,
Yeah.
so shampooing those, what are your clients when they come in, like your first time clients, they come in and they're getting their hair shampooed for the first time? Like, what's their process like?
Yeah. When that scalp soother hit the scalp, it's over.
Oh,
Yeah.
it is
So I was like, oh
funny,
my God, it feels so
funny.
good. It feels so relaxing. Yeah. That scalp soother does it all the time.
Yeah, I think Hair by Kim B from South Carolina is on here. She cracks me up about her
Yeah.
clients, like the noise they be making and the stuff they be saying. It really does matter, especially in the world where hairstylists are barely shampooing now.
Yeah.
And so there's no
Yeah.
way that we cannot shampoo your hair. That is a actual part of the process.
The process.
The
Yeah.
the Classy B hair collection. That's Chanel out of Canada. She's one of our certified technicians. She said hair becomes more manageable, thicker, and super hydrated. You can detangle the hair using the shampoo because it gently cleanses while it's hydrated. Great point, Chanel. A lot of shampoos or could be really drying, So our herbal shampoo is very, very moisturizing. The shampoo is, and you can actually detangle with that
With the
shampoo. It's just
shampoo. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So that was a really great point. Do you plan to branch out? I'm in the UK. We are going wherever you guys want us to be. Okay, so I will say that, and I'm gonna tell you this. I'm thankful that you guys are following us or sharing the content. Share this right now. This will be on the profile, but I really want to just express my gratitude because this is not easy. This hasn't been easy. This is not an easy thing, right? And so we're constantly trying to. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. There's no book that tells me how to do this and how to expand, and so it really just depends on our market. So a lot of times we're going where we are wanted and needed, with our overseas, we still haven't mastered the best way for our overseas students. So Canada, I don't think Canada is considered overseas, but we have somebody in Germany and Australia, and sometimes the time zones are really different. So we're still having to build out a whole international part of this process. But I absolutely foresee us being in the UK, being in Africa, or there's a lot of people that ask, hair professionals that ask about this process, but I think they're learning about it for the first time, just like customers, and they're trying to navigate and just figure out how this is gonna work. So yeah, we would love to be in the UK. I believe in the future that we will be, but we need to get that really good UK hair pro in here that's committed. Um, who wants to see it all the way through. We even want to partner with some people and some ambassadors internationally, because we know like shipping and customs and duty could be an issue. So yeah, there's a lot in our future that we are trying to figure out. Okay. Um, let's see. Question: when should you take a break from the sew-ins for your hair to breathe, or is that a myth? You want to answer that, Rhonda?
Um, I mean, you can take breaks in between, but I wouldn't recommend that you go long, too long without keeping your hair protected. Also, some clients get so excited with their hair grow that they want to wear their hair out, right? But they go back to using regular products. You can't do that. You have to maintain
Mm-hmm.
you have to maintain your hair with airbrush shampoo and conditioner, because you're gonna lose all of your progress, all the growth that you gain.
That's a
But
really good point.
yeah,
Really good
yeah, but you
point.
can't take breaks in between.
Um, I've had I've had someone go as long as 3 to 4 years before taking a break.
Wow.
They did two, they did two every year. They probably did like six of them before they took their first break. And when I
Great.
tell you the hair was, I was like, you tricked me. You tricked me. You
Yeah.
tricked me. You really did trick me, because the hair that you came in with was not like this. I think the only reason why she stopped, because I was like, I'm not great. I'm not you. We gotta figure something out, because I'm gonna have to head you off, because I can't. I'm not doing all that hair.
Yeah.
I'm not putting some clients get banned. Some
Yeah.
clients get banned sometimes because their hair grew out so much and it's so thick and it takes so long, And so, of course, you could pay for that. I mean, come on now. You pay to get the growth, right? But then you got to pay for it to keep up with the growth, because it takes more time, it takes more energy, it takes more product. You know what I mean? And so we've had to ban a couple of people sometimes, but you can go as long as you want. I don't think majority of people are not going to go 6 times back to back. But we had a lot of
Yeah.
working women. We had a lot of working women who were mothers. They
That's
don't
it.
have,
It's
like me,
convenient for them.
like
Yeah.
you, like it's like I don't have time. They're not even thinking about their hair. They went 3 years, 2 years, 4 years, not even thinking about their hair. And so it's actually like a mental preparation also. You do this 3 times, you don't have the same hair that you had. Totally different hair. You don't even know this hair that you're about to have, more than likely. And so you gotta like be mentally prepared. And so that's one of the biggest challenges I have experienced with customers who wear it for a while. It's like, okay, they get so comfortable with it. It's like, okay, at some point we gotta experience your natural hair,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
way, so many options from that point. But it's like they really have to mentally, they just can't take it down and just like wear your hair, like, because your lifestyle is gonna change. That's one of the beauties of the system. It really does reduce a lot of stress. You don't have to think about hair. I've had this in maybe 2 months now. don't I literally don't think about my hair. Like I literally don't. And there's times where I don't have it and it's like, oh my, like I gotta do so much to just be prepared. Like just come on this live. I had 4 braids in there, 2 seconds. I wasn't in the mirror or nothing. I was actually on a business call, taking out my braids, getting ready for this live. You know what I mean? So it's so seamless and it saves you so much time and so much energy and so much thought. You know what I mean? And so you got to be mentally prepared when you take this out and you got all of this hair now. It's really different, you know? So
Yeah.
hopefully that
I
answers
have
your
a
question.
few clients that about to do their 4th round.
Well,
Yeah,
oh,
those that started in the
wow.
beginning. Hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Sometimes people take a break and they'll take like a 2 week break.
Yeah.
You know, it
Hmm.
doesn't be that long. But a 2 week break is
Yeah.
okay too. But I would say, like you mentioned, you can't go back to the same habits more so.
Same
You
products.
can't go back to the same harsh products. You can't go back to the same habits, or you're gonna end up in the same position. Okay, so that's why you really got to talk to your certified hair growth technician and really kind of get a plan going, right? Hey, what's up? I am Nundi Vaughn Hair. She's one of our certified technicians out of Belleville, Illinois, St. Louis. Um, the vitamins and products are still needed. Yeah, somebody was making a comment. The vitamins and products are still needed. Is the growth support shampoo for weekly use? My hair feels dry after using it. The growth now, here's the thing. Are you it just really depends on your situation. You don't necessarily have to use the growth support shampoo for every week. You can actually go 2 weeks because you want to give your hair and your scalp enough time to produce natural oil. Now, if you have like excessive buildup and stuff, excessive itching, then yes. Or even if you use it for 1 week, you don't have to shampoo your hair twice. You get what I'm saying? So, and it just depends. Like with your conditioner, are you deconditioning your hair when you use it? So those are the things that you got to kind of consider because we do have um, peppermint, rosemary, mint. You know, we have herbs and ingredients in there that helps to remove buildup off the scalp, so the scalp is protected, and it protects it from the environment from debris and stuff like that. But there's also a lot of moisturizing agents in there as well. So you don't have to use if you do decide to use it every week. More so, 1 week you can use it all over. Twice the next week you can just use it on the scalp and let the shampoo run down the hair. If that makes sense. But you always have to decondition. That's just
With heat.
yes, with heat. Put a cap on. This is no matter what because a lot of times, especially if you have coarse hair, and I'm guessing you do, but coarse hair can be very resistant. It takes a very long time for conditioner to penetrate the outside layer of your hair strand. So if it's not doing that, you're not properly conditioning. It's not getting the nutrients that it needs. So you want to make sure that you are covering it with a cap. If you have a drier heat, that's great, but your body does produce its own heat. Just make sure that maybe you twist it, you lay the twist along your scalp so the longer part of your hair has access to the heat. And then you hopefully will notice a little difference there. I'm going on my second soon. That's straight underscore apart. Yes, I deep condition with the growth support conditioner every time. Okay, that's good. So yeah, try going 2 weeks then, or do what I said. Like, if you don't have any problems with itching or anything, you don't have to do it every week. Make sure you rinse all the conditioner out. Also, very important, very very important, because the conditioner is very concentrated. So you absolutely want to make sure you rinsing out all the conditioner as well. That's very very important. Because you don't want to leave any like excess build up on the outside layer. And use the products with braids. Yes, we actually have a braid style care kit, and that's really important. Those braids, like a lot of people are really messing their hair up with braids because you assume that you get braids and then you do nothing, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So we have a braid style care kit where you have a detox for the scalp, where you have a water mister, you have a moisturizing oil, because water is what moisturizes your hair, but you got a good oil that helps the evaporation process be a lot more delayed and keeps moisture in your hair a lot longer. And then we have our alakazam when you're taking the braids out, that is softening up the hair so it's not popping off and breaking out because you haven't shampooed it in a very long time. Which we do recommend shampooing at least one time while you got braids if you got it in for 2 months. So I love not applying products, very lazy girl friendly. um, do you suggest using a deep conditioner in addition to growth support conditioner? You
And
can't go wrong. Yeah. You can't go wrong. Yeah, definitely not. If it's something that you like already like, you can mix that in for sure. Just make sure it doesn't have any wax, you know, silicone, any type of waxy mineral buildup in there, because then that's gonna put buildup on the outside layer of your hair. So when you go to shampoo, it won't open up, and you need it to open up so you can hydrate your hair from within the hair strand. Um, I want to get the sewing, but I'm afraid because my hair seems to break no matter what. But washing it weekly seems to be helping. I don't know. What you say to that, Anda? Somebody who feels like their hair may break off with the sewing. How do you feel about that? What do you say about that?
Your hair can break off with the sewing if it's done properly. Um, and as I said earlier, we use a net, so there's not a lot of pressure on your braids itself.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you will be fine getting the 6 months sewing.
Hmm. Yeah, there's a very special way that we remove these sew-ins that we don't suggest doing at home. Um, but we try to create a lot of slip. We try to pre-treat, pre-condition before we even like start like really rubbing, taking a comb through it. And so it's about how you are removing your protective styles. Our Alakazam magical detangler potion, that's what we use to remove these stones, like literally. Like we use those and we don't have any, it doesn't break off unless your hair was extremely weak going in and was already on its way to breaking. There's no way that your hair can break in this process. So I mean, there's really a very huge success rate with this, like very huge. So I'm in Dallas, Texas. You have a salon here. We do not have a salon in Dallas, Texas, but there are hair professionals that are certified in Texas that does this process. So if you message us the word, what is it, my city, then it'll send you a link to go to, like, put your name, email, number in and choose your city, and then whoever's in Texas will pop up. Let's see. Let's see. I purchased a growth support shampoo and conditioner. I hear you say to be sure to use a deep conditioner. So I was asking, is your growth support conditioner deep conditioner? You can absolutely use our growth support conditioner as a deep conditioner. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's very, very concentrated. Very. It creates a lot of slip and softness. So yes. Um, so is it recommended for someone with low vitamin D? That might be my issue, but I also have your vitamins. I'll see and book an appointment to try it out for sure. I am Nundy. My hair is fine and fragile. I have the sew-in, and at my retouch, I had 2 inches of growth. This is the perfect style for someone who suffers from breakage. Yes, perfect answer. Um, so yes, let everybody know, Anda, again, who you are, where to follow you. If if you want them to book consultation, if you got room on your schedule, I don't know. But let them know if you guys have any questions for Anda while we're here. Let's see. Yeah, if you got any other question, let us know before we head off. But I appreciate you joining us. So just go ahead and let them know. There's some
Okay,
people
yeah, so
just joining in. So.
I just put my IG in
Mhm.
the chat. It's at hereby Bell Swiss underscore Renee. I'm located in the Bronx, New York, Co-op City to be exact.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and anyone who wants to do the sewing, we do a mandatory consultation before we can do the sewing. So you can book the consultation via the link in my bio, and we take it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Thank you all. Our time is up. We have been on here for an hour. I hope you guys learned something. Please share. If you're in New York, share Anda's information. Hair by Bella Sweets _ Renee. Share her information with anyone in New York or anyone that's close by. She is pretty much a veteran at this point. She's seen well over 50 customers, as you heard her say. So she's doing a really good job, and she's produced quite a bit of her own hair growth testimonies. This was a good one. Oh, Kim said this was a good one, Anda. Yeah, we talked about quite a bit.
Thank you, Kim.
So tomorrow we'll be bringing on Monique, uh, lethal hair, lethal hair
Little hair
looks,
looks
lethal hair
so
looks, yeah, lethal hair looks co.
so.
And it,
Mhm.
yep, and she's out of Maryland, and then Sherry is out of Sebring, Florida. So this will be the first time we have Sherry on. So meet us back here tomorrow at what time is it? 11 a.m. Central, 12 p.m. Eastern. And we'll be talking to them as they are the second and third place top retailers. And you guys kind of get everybody's from everywhere. That's the beauty and the challenge
Yeah.
of this program and process. Like nothing is going to be the same, right? So it's good to know, like if you're in Maryland or on the East Coast somewhere, or Washington D.C., Baltimore, like jump in, or if you're in Florida, because Sherry is the only one in Florida, I believe, right now, jump in. So you kind of hear her success stories and testimonies and challenges and things like that as we kind of dive a little bit more into the 6 month sewing. And if you have any other questions, absolutely feel free to bring it to the table on live tomorrow. And then, yes, 11 a.m. Yes. Yes, we are selling hair. We are going to be having a Valentine's Day sale as well. And then, what was it? What was the last thing? Oh, if you are looking for someone in your area, all you have to do is like message us or comment my city on any of our reels or DM us my city, and we'll automatically send a link to you, the Find Your Technician link. There, you're just gonna put your name, your number, your email, and then your city, right? And then once you click continue or whatever it says, then it will show you your area. You choose the area, and then it'll show you however many people are in that area. Now we are working on, like, if you've already, let's say you've already, went to the list 3 months, 3 months ago. Nobody was there, so now you want to kind of go back. We're working on something where you can have just like a master list of everybody, and we're also working on it was something else we were working on. But yeah, we're working. Okay, we're working to try to create the most seamless process with all of the hair pros that we're bringing on and we teaching, just so we can connect everybody with everybody. So yes, so if you don't see anybody there, that means we don't have anybody there yet. But hopefully, share it with some hair pros in your area, your your hairstylist. I mean, we got so many people that came in that their client was looking on our page and they were like, "What's that?" And they jumped in. Um, so I mean, really, it's all about, the only way they know is if you guys share, you post, you tag them. And so I wish that it was just a snap of a finger that we can get everybody from everywhere in here, but it just doesn't work like that. This is an investment. So you got to be really serious about your craft and your passion and your career, okay? So yeah, products are on sale, not the hair, not right now. So products are on sale right now. I think it's a 20% off sale right now. I think it ends today, actually. And I think the code is Black History 20. So Black History. If you are a client of Honda's, please visit her bio link where she has her website link for the products. Okay. Um, those brains are braining, y'all. Yeah. So yeah,
Mhm.
we have a sale going on in today. 20% off sale. Black History 20 is the and it's only on products right now. Okay. So all right, thank you guys so much for joining in. Again, we'll be back tomorrow with Monique and Sherry from Maryland and Florida. And then you're gonna be seeing us live. We're gonna be diving into products, we're gonna be diving into lifestyle, stress, nutrition, a lot of that stuff coming up this month. So definitely stay tuned. Join our Facebook community if you haven't already. The link is in our bio. We're going to be doing a lot more things there as well. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you so much,
everyone.
Andre.
Bye.
Congratulations
Bye.
again.
Take care.
Doing
Thank you.
doing the
Thank you.
amazing work that you're doing. I'm very proud, very thankful to have you on
Thank
this
you so
team.
much. Thank
All
you.
right, you guys. Bye. Careful,
Bye.
Valentine's Day.